Hello guys, welcome to another one of my Battle Breakers videos. Version 181 has released, and with that a huge amount of patch notes that completely changes a lot of things in the game, and that is what this video is gonna be about. A huge thanks to everyone out there using my supporter creator code LokeHansen or clicking the supporter creator link in the description to support or renew your support for me as an Epic Games creator for 14 days. Remember that when using my supporter creator code or clicking the link, a portion of sales goes to me. But anyway guys, let's dig into the patch notes. It's gonna be a long one, and I hope it's gonna cover a lot of the new questions you guys may have about the game. Major changes. Weekly challenges. Our first additional game mode is here. The weekly challenge is, well, a weekly challenge. Every week you're given a set of missions from one of the factions in the game. These missions reward challenge coins and have different hero restrictions depending on the faction. Weekly challenges scale enemies based on your account level. So this is important. It is designed so that it should be as hard for me to play as a new player based on the account level. So higher account level means harder content, which I am really hyped about. If you beat all 5 of the main missions, you can play a bonus dungeon that gives a large amount of challenge coins. Weekly challenges are the main way to earn battle crystals and Jin, a martial artist hero with multiple variants. The weekly challenge store stock refreshes each week, so be sure to buy battle crystal shards and other items regularly. Earning challenge coins also gives weekly challenge experience points. Leveling up your weekly challenge slightly increases the rewards and may eventually have other mechanics. Pretty huge new feature that we're getting here. Then they're doing something amazing. They have a design intent section for everything in the patch notes where they're telling us why are we doing this. What was the intention with this change, addition, update to the game? It is amazing how much they are sharing with us. It is like that alone has me hyped. But let's dig into the design intent for the weekly challenges. Weekly challenges reward you for having a deeper rooster and encourage problem solving with different sets of heroes. This also gives a specific problem you can focus on solving over the course of the week with strong rewards that don't create additional grind. So this is, in my opinion, partially true and partially not due to the restrictions that are set in these missions. Today, this first week, we have knights as a requirement and light element heroes, meaning that if you don't have light element heroes or knights, you're going to have to grind to get them. But I really like the core functionality in this new weekly challenges based on my first day of playing it. Battle crystals. The new item, the battle crystal, has a special set of heroes and can be earned through completing weekly challenges. The battle crystal contains 5 new heroes and past battle pass featured heroes. Right now that is Fumakotaro, he is amazing. Battle crystals can only be earned through gameplay. When you open a battle crystal, you will always receive a non-duplicate hero unless you have every possible hero in the list. This is huge. Unique heroes and a way to earn things that we were unable to get because, what do I know, vacation, busy life, started playing late. We can now get that just by completing our weekly missions. This is a huge thing for me. The design intent. Battle crystals are a way to get the signature heroes from missed battle passes, and they also include a set of special heroes to make them more valuable to everyone. Over time, we may add more ways to get battle crystals. So right now I got everything from Season 1, which means that I can go in and get some of these special heroes, and I'm super hyped about that. Sudden death. After a set number of turns, most bosses will trigger a new sudden death mode. This significantly boosts the attack of all heroes and enemies and ramps up every few turns after it begins. Sudden death also reduces basic skill cooldowns. Normal bosses trigger sudden death after 100 turns and super bosses trigger after 250 turns. Note, some special bosses such as Zerath and Gabriel do not have sudden death mode. Sudden death is huge. It eliminates like hour-long grind boss battles where you get into really tricky situations. It is, combined with some of the other things we have in the new update, it is really pushing towards more enjoyable gameplay, I feel, for all players. But let's dig into the design intent. Boss fights go on forever is one of the more prevalent pieces of feedback. The sudden death mechanic means that fights will eventually end. Bringing anti-element heroes and defense ignoring abilities is still recommended because the enemies will get very strong during sudden death. So this is huge. I've already had a few games where I can really feel a change. If it is based on the sudden death alone, it is too early for me to say, but the game changes we have in the 181 update it's just amazing. Combat and balance changes. Boss spawns are now more varied and challenging, starting around level 11 and increasing to 80 plus. Enemy spawn levels have increased in general and the game will be harder overall. A lot of us can feel that. We plan to continue increasing enemy variety and tweaking mechanics for combat, balance and feel. I like this. The game was a little bit too easy. It was way too focused on auto grinding. It still really is for me based on what I've played so far, but I like the game pushing more towards tactics and less about just an AFK game. But let's dig into the design intent. Game is too easy and I just auto is one of the most common feedback items since launch. Even though the auto mode is meant to not be very intelligent, we're trying out making the game more challenging and look forward to your feedback. This will be harder for some people than others and will dial in over time. In my opinion, this is a very touchy subject because part of me wants the game to have a good autoplay mechanic so that I can farm things without actively playing and moving every single hero every single time. But on the other hand, I want a challenge. So I hope they're going to really be cautious about how they tweak this feature, because too bad autoplay will probably make me stop playing. Too good autoplay may make the game so boring that I stop playing as well. So it's nice that they have focus on this, and right now I do like that things are getting just a little bit tougher. Dark Frost Castle Battle Pass. A new battle pass is here, rising once more from the freezing depth. 32 years ahead of schedule, our heroes must come together to confront the volatile evil magic introduced by Dark Frost Castle. The Dark Frost Castle Battle Pass delivers the new levels, heroes and challenges. During Dark Frost Castle, each main mission you complete in the weekly challenge will give you one Battle Pass level. So this is an important change. You get one entire level for completing a main mission in the event area. With that said, it is much harder, much more time consuming to farm Battle Pass right now than it was in Eastern Kingdoms at the end of that. Note, smoke bombs are part of Eastern Kingdoms and will no longer drop. Battle Pass rewards may change with each Battle Pass. Dark Frost Castle focuses more on evolution materials. So it's good that they focus more on evolution materials, but the smoke bombs were something we could actively use as a tactical thing in the game, and I'm already missing that. Winter's Snowscape event. It's time for our first holiday event. Snowscape will occur in the middle of Dark Frost Castle, and the new Dark Frost levels will continue to appear after Snowscape. Play through the event to fight our first mega boss. Oh yeah, mega bosses. A new challenger approaches. Mega bosses are large enemies that are composed of multiple parts that can be targeted separately. This works similar to a room with multiple bosses, except mega bosses have unique skills and interactions. Note, the first mega boss caps heroes to level 50, max skill 5, and ignores all other upgrades. I haven't faced this yet. It sounds amazing, so that is gonna be cool. Like, capping players is not, in my opinion, a good thing because we fight really hard to get really good. But if it is what they need to do to make something really cool, fun, and amazing, I'm gonna be there, that's for sure. Snowy Gifts. Happy holidays! As part of the Snowscape event, you can claim your Snowy Gifts package in the chests menu every 12 hours from December 23 through January 1. Holiday Fire Sale. A set of new fire heroes will be raiding the hero store on the holidays. These heroes will have a 1000 ticket discount and will appear rapidly. So we have these appearing from December 23 to January the 4th. Additionally, a special pet will appear for free on December 25 to 26. Cool stuff. Login rewards. Launch celebration bonus login rewards for the first 2 weeks have returned to normal. Haven't claimed all the rewards yet. If you've started claiming the bonus rewards but have not finished, you will receive a box that gives you additional login rewards once a day until completed. Wish you had the normal rewards. For each bonus reward you've claimed, you'll receive a box that has the corresponding normal reward. This means any player who reached day 3 by the end of the bonus window will be eligible for both the normal and bonus login rewards. So this is something you will see when you log in the game if you're getting like extra goodies. Friend gifts. Players with large friends lists often didn't receive their full daily gifts. We've improved this and are continuing to work on a more comprehensive fix for future updates. As a result of the missing gifts, players will receive loyalty badges, skill experience points, and cloud puff cookies when logging into 181. This reward will automatically be added to your treasury. Now this is important. Loyalty badges for the new loyalty store that we have and nobody really knows anything about. These loyalty badges are a special currency that doesn't drop from normal gameplay. It can be used in the shop, but it is only given to you from like glitches, bugs, whenever they want to give a loyalty badge out. It is not something that you can actively farm, buy, or obtain in any other way in the game. So now we're going to be looking into changes and fixes, and this is huge, guys. Gameplay and levels. Based on a community suggestion, they have reduced the default cooldown for the basic skill of all heroes by 1. A few characters with cooldown overrides are unchanged. This is huge. Much faster gameplay. I mean, just taking that based on 1 season and reducing the entire cooldown feature of all heroes by 1 is crazy, especially now that we got the new assassins that reduce cooldown on top of that. So this is huge. Fixed an issue that prevented autoplay from pausing during a super boss reveal. That is nice. So we have some art and audio changes, character arts in the comics, new animation tweaks, stuff like that. Not gonna be like moving too much into this stuff here. We also have some UI things about pressing and hold and buy buttons and settings and stuff like that. Not really related to the actual gameplay. So one thing I wanted to highlight was Blitz again now shows a cost, and you can see how many heroes you own of a thing in the Skybreaker, so you don't summon something you have 2 or 3 times. So that is pretty cool. In terms of the economy and progression, this is massive. So there are like, obviously here there are some things related to the gifts. There are some heroes that have the new epic collab affinity. These are the Fortnite things. There are some pets that had some inconsistencies, like cells compared to foil. And the important thing, and I think probably a game changer for a lot of players, is that they removed the ability to revive with gems. I only used this feature once, the first time I was playing a really hard mission, and I realized this is not how I'm supposed to play the game. It will just burn out my gems. It will be like, once I stop getting free gems in the game, this will cost me a lot to move forward. I need to learn how to play, and I need to get stronger to beat these levels instead of using diamonds, or gems as they call them here. So I feel it is important that they have completely removed this feature, because if they want players to level up, if they want players to have skills, if they want players to have hero variety to focus on evolving them, perking them up is what I wanted to say, but gears and elixirs, they need to remove the ability to revive with gems. So it is massive, and I feel the right call that this has been removed, but please put it down there in the comments what you guys feel about it. Then they have added a new type of item that grants an event when it is acquired. It isn't there. It will start showing up gradually in future content, so I don't really know why it is added here now. Then they have updated the gem bundle contents. I haven't really looked into that. I haven't bought any gem packages yet, but it's a thing. Then we have a community suggestion that starter heroes now start at 4 stars from Skybreaker so that they can be sold and pitted without evolving. That is a great suggestion, really happy they did that. I just kind of want my goodies for having evolved everything, so I hope they're gonna pay us back, those of us that started early and didn't have this bonus. There is a change to the purchase limit, 2 instead of 1 in the store for most heroes, which is good if you want one for the monster pit. And we have like boss levels and things like that shown on the Play Now button. Then we have something massive. The daily gift system now means that you get a lot more points for doing the same. For instance, you get 3 points instead of 1 for every room that you complete. You get 15 instead of 5 for a monster pit level. So the important one, I feel, is the rooms completed, because that is where players that aren't completely new have a chance to gain points, because at some point you won't really be able to evolve or promote or foil things that much more or move up your monster pit level. So the main economy thing here is the rooms completed, and the value for that has been tripled. So that is crazy. If we dig into heroes, this is where we're gonna find like core game changes, and this is pretty huge. So obviously the Battle Pass heroes have moved. Jaina, Gabi and Silent Blade will now appear periodically in the hero store, and Fuma Kotaro is available in the battle crystals. We have a game changer in relation to archers. Armor break now does a flat defense reduction instead of based on the damage dealt. So instead of dealing a percentage of how much damage you inflicted, you're just now going to be like scraping off a fixed part of the defense, meaning that instead of being based on how much you could push through the defense, you now always remove something. And I think this is gonna be even crazier than it was before, especially if you consider a hero such as Tirali that fires 9 shots in a row. Now I'm going to be looking a lot more into this, but I think they made the game easier instead of making it harder, especially if you disregard a hero like Lady Sun that was like the overall meta archer for a lot of players. But I'm gonna do some like comparisons once I have more time to play. Mages increased basic skill mana from 4, 8, 12 to 5, 10, 15. So having mages in your team means that they're gonna give mana to others at a higher amount. Spell swords are now fixed to buff the next attack, not the next turn, and you can increase the duration by doing it multiple times. The Abyssal Horror has had like updated skill tags to interact with other buffs more consistently, and it will no longer steal defense from towers, which is a shame, but I mean it was kind of broken. And they fixed how the plus attack points worked on it, because it was based on an older inconsistent behavior. Crusader Leandra's commander skill now improves on evolution, that's nice. Cuddle team leader's boogie combo now reliably disables reflex decks. So like sometimes you would use the ability and the reflex decks would still fire, so that was really annoying. Now it is reliable, that is what we need. Gabi is considered super rare instead of very rare, which doesn't really matter, because I mean then you kind of need to put him into the monster pit for that to be of importance. Earthwalker Tree King has had an update to the shadow description. Falcon, like all of these things are more like small kind of stuff, but Falcon has been changed, Gang Bao has been fixed. Like a lot of these things are tweaks to make things more reliable. Like Jarvik fixed blade synergy, applying buff in reverse order. Not so cool, now it works as it should. Mobile battlesuits Blitzkrieg now properly requires another target to bounce, so you can't just bounce when you only have one target. Morgan the Red Smoldering Presence now properly handles dying and resurrecting, which is important. Noble Slayer and Noble Guardian, these were part of an infinite attack option with the mobile battlesuit. This doesn't really work any longer, because when you trigger this more times you will get a reduced mana gain, so you can't spend 10 mana to deal an attack with the mobile battlesuit and get 10 in return from the Noble Slayer. So I mean, we don't want infinity going on, but it was kind of fun for the players that had it. Unfortunately, I didn't have this combo, so boohoo me. Then we have an update to the Pixie of the fire element so that you get the correct element when you sell it. I actually thought that this was a bit of a fun thing that a lot of the low tier heroes gave you the wrong elements. So I thought it was, hey, I'm a fixie, a sprite, like teasing you a little bit, giving you a different element, but it was apparently a bug and it has now been fixed. A lot of players are raging over Razor updates. She was the queen of the Kung Fu fighters, and a lot of players are reporting getting a lot less bite for the bug from her. What they have done is that they have updated the description for the crystal daggers. Then they have made it so they only target enemies once per row instead of once per slot. So this is a huge change, because it would just damage everything multiple times, and now it will just do what they wanted it to. So many players are going to see less damage from Razor in terms of like bosses. So that is of course a bit of a shame. You can still hit multiple row enemies more than once if you target both rows, but personally I don't really use Razor that often any longer, but a lot of players are reporting that they are getting much less damage out of her. Silent Blade have had a fixed issue that made backstab unreliable on non-HU allies. Warlord Lu Bu has had his skill tags updated to interact with other buffs better, and Xiao Hua, both versions now properly extend buff duration when using Iron Fist. So a lot of changes to heroes. Some core heroes have been changed. Most of it is good balancing and fixing for stability. Razor reportedly is massively nerfed. Then we have some fixes. We have some crash fixes, some login issues, all that kind of stuff that is super common for like a lot of games. Improved loading and installation time, stuff like that. So that is all like pretty good stuff. Just, I want them to keep updating that stuff. But anyway, guys, these were the patch notes from version 1.81, the first official patch notes that I'm reading for Battle Breakers. It is time for me now to go a bit more into the actual game and show you guys some of the new stuff, not just what they have written about it. I'm super hyped about the changes they have made for the game. I feel that we have a better game now than we had before the update, and I'm looking very much forward to sharing some of the new content with you guys. As always, thank you very much for using my supporter creator code LokeHansen or clicking my supporter creator link in the description to support my work making Battle Breaker videos. Remember that clicking on the link or using my supporter creator code means that a portion of sales goes to me for 14 days. For now, guys, thank you very much for watching.